This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Cabo Jim Schaller.
Welcome, good neighbors, to episode number 239 of the Good Neighbor Podcast. Today we have good neighbor Ryan Reeder from G.O.A.T Paddle. Welcome.
All right, hey, what is up? Champion of the world vibes. What's up, Cabo Jim?
Just another beautiful day in paradise, right?
Timeless moments with you, brother.
That is it. So let's jump right in. And for those that don't know, let's share a little bit about G.O.A.T Paddle.
Absolutely, brother. So, man, this is a lifestyle that we live here. If you know anything about Florida pickleball, Southwest Florida specifically, we have the greatest pickleball of all time. All across the world. It's like a religion here. I mean, people love it. They breathe it, live it. And, for me, I feel like I'm the grandfather, OG pickleball boss of this area. I've have so many stories that we could go on forever about, but G.O.A.T Paddle was just a birth from the lifestyle we live here in paradise. And, I'm blessed to play pickleball for a living and created G.O.A.T Paddle, which is greatest of all time paddles. We have high performance pickleball paddles, and we have balls and bags. I mean, we're just we're elevating the future of fueling the future of pickleball growth, and loving the high performance vibe and champion of the world vibes for sure.
I love it. You got to be passionate about what you do, and obviously you're passionate about it, which is awesome. I love it. So let's back up that story a little bit. How did you get involved in this in the first place?
So the craziest thing. So I live in Estero, Florida, and this is actually where I found pickleball. I had moved down here after college, just kind of just doing the hippie lifestyle on the beach and just whatever. And I was at a rec center in a voting line, and I saw some people playing in a gym. Back then, it was mostly like gymnasium. There was not as many courts as there are now. And I just left the voting line. I'm like, man, what is this game? And I've been a tennis player my whole life. And I'm just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And, the community is so welcoming even today. Back then it was even more just like brothers in arms and just like, here's my paddle, go swing and let me show you. And, man, I caught the bug just like everyone does. I mean, you play one time and you're just addicted to this, the healthiest lifestyle ever. And that just literally seems like forever ago. I was so blessed to be in that moment and find pickleball. And it just created a ripple effect forever and it's got me to where I am today.
Got it. And it's, not only are you being healthy, but you're having fun as well, too. So who can complain about that?
I got to say one thing, though. So the golden rule of G.O.A.T Paddle, you talk about having fun, right? So when you hit a good shot, right, whether it's a winner or you just feel like a boss, you got to go, bah, and flex as hard as you can. And, it's the force multiplier, brother.
There you go. I love it. So let's talk about challenges. Obviously, going from idea to conception to an actual business, there can be challenges along the way. Is there something happen along your journey, whether it's personally or professionally, that you can look back at now and say, you know what, I made it through it. I'm in a better place now and we're moving forward?
Yeah, man. So I would say, I was a little naive to like what entrepreneurship was in general. And I feel like to anybody that's been an entrepreneur, pursued this lifestyle, being able to take a passion and turn it into a business is like a metamorphosis that's unbelievable. And you just have this volatility roller coaster style rides every day. You feel the pressure and you create diamonds. And that's what makes a champion entrepreneur. And I would say just the overall, just the way you act and learn to manage your time. I mean, just the general things as an entrepreneur, as like for me, I know my weaknesses and strengths, and like administrative work is one of my biggest challenges. And I have the greatest woman of all time in my life that allows me to be the kite, and she'll for sure be this boulder. She's not the rock. She's like the gigantic boulder that holds me back down, So, but I would say like just overall, like the whole every picture of learning just how to manage everything from, making sure the product development, fulfillment, marketing. I mean, we have the sickest content you have ever seen. And if you have Instagram, definitely got to check out G.O.A.T Paddle. I mean, we shoot content once a week. It's a major discipline of ours. And we put a lot of passion and like a lot of soul and heart into our content. So I think just like the whole picture of being, like now we're a real business, we're growing top line revenue, and we're just trying to tie the whole world together and influence people through pickleball.
That's what it's all about. So let's clear up some of the myths or misconceptions surrounding pickleball in general that we can, kind of clear up for our listeners today.
So I think I would say two things. So I have, I guess the misconception side of it would be, I love the competition in the game. Like me, I love like I've been asked my whole career, do you want exclusivity? And I've always answered that question the same way, and I will answer it for the rest of my life. And the answer is no, because I thrive off competition and knowing I know there's other paddle companies out there and pickleball products and whatever, but I just, for us, the experience with G.O.A.T Paddle is it's unlike any other. I mean, we really have, we live and breathe those champion vibes on and off the court, and we push people to try to be their better selves and their greatest version of themselves, and they can just forever, So I'd say one, all paddles are the same. That's just not true. That's definitely a misconception. I do say as a beginner player, who cares what paddle? Just get out there, hit the ball, sweat, feel the rush, and love life. As you your journey starts to get more real, or you catch the bug harder, and you're about pickleball, you'll learn that high performance paddles really do a lot more for you. So all paddles are the same is definitely not true. All carbon fiber, which is like a surface on the paddle that kind of acts like strings to grab the ball. I'd say that's definitely not all the same. And that's one of our like highlights of our product is just the carbon fiber. The saying that, the Florida bros that we created down here is the game is easy to learn and hard to master. And that saying has been used in many podcasts, and I've seen it, but we that we were the inception of that saying, because everybody can learn this game, whether if you're swinging like an idiot, I mean, good for you. Keep doing it. Tennis requires certain mechanics to be successful and play that game of, there's just timing and patterns. But I would say this game for real is the most easiest game ever. You can just, you don't have to be a real athlete, I guess. I mean, but it's for sure hard, like the hardest to master with, the soft game and just the little nuances of pickleball.
Interesting. So talking along those lines, I mean, obviously pickleball is still a relatively new sport, but do you notice things changing or trending lately?
So I do. Yeah. I mean, it's so cool to watch something go from almost 2 decades of where when I first started playing, the rating system was like A, B, C players. So people would show up and be like, you're not an A player. You belong on the C court. And be like, I don't care what level you think I'm going to smash you. So now we have like, 3.489 players and like, so just like, I mean, you could dissect the game from ratings to tournament play where there's 2 professional tours and even major league pickleball. And, there's more options. There's more money into the game. Things have really evolved over time where, it's funny. Like, I mean, you'll be pumping gas and see a pickleball commercial on the gas TV stations, or Subway has a pickleball sub. It's just, this game has, it's touched a lot of people and has, it's just beyond magical to see like how many people want to be involved in pickleball and fuel the game and the ripple effect. And, I feel like just there's changes every day. I mean, whether it's, new technology or new rules in the game where you can't do this. And it's fun to watch a game go from like a gym class hero type vibe of like, let's just all be kids again and say, hey, Cabo, Jim, you want to go play today? And like, man, we're like almost in our 40s and 50s right now, bro. But I mean, we're playing like, middle school kids out here just loving life. So, but man, it's just fun to watch. The game is, I think, it's developing and always going to be evolving, just really for the better and for the growth of the sport.
And that's great. So you mentioned you weren't from Southwest Florida originally. What brought you down here?
Man, so I'd say just like the timeless feel and the vibe of the ocean. And I'm, blessed to come from just an awesome family who supports each other. And I had an opportunity to move down here and just, just pursue my dreams always. And, the ocean vibe and like just beach life. And I just remember just like dreaming of like Florida days and like, man, Florida is like people laugh. They go, it is still part of the United States, right? I mean, because like it's the greatest. It's the greatest, man. I mean, like it's so cool, man. I mean, there's just nothing like Florida. And I've lived in so many places. I was born in Boston, and I've moved all over. I mean, I've been everywhere, and it's just like Florida is just it really is timeless and just beyond paradise for real.
It's about the positive and good vibes. That's what it's all about.
Right.
So obviously you've got a very busy schedule with running a company, playing pickleball and everything else you do. But when you do get a moment of free time, what do you enjoy doing outside of work?
Man, so it doesn't matter how busy I'd say priority number one, just like I'm so blessed to be a father. And I wake up every day in just a beautiful home. In just a place where my kids can go outside and play, like in the street. And it's just, it's unreal. So I, first and foremost, my family and, just being creative as a dad, like my son, he's 6 years old, and he loves chess. So we actually, for Christmas, we created he's like obsessed, like, I mean, for real, like all about the game and just, he destroys people like grown men. He's just destroying these guys. And we created like a logo and company for him called Champion Chessboards. So like, just working with the game of chess with Zane, my son, and then my daughter, Ellie, she's like all into figure skating. And we live right down the street from Hertz Arena, which is super sick because they have this cool program for kids to learn to skate and everything. And she like loves the outfits for figure skating. And just it's just cool to be cold in Florida once a week.
Right.
You walk in there and you're freezing cold. And, so, and then just, my wife, I mean, she's super awesome. And, we get to spend time and just be creative together and just the whole family vibe, man. It's just, it's crazy. I mean, I just can't believe I'm so happy that I am a family guy now. And looking back in my 20s, I was a straight rock star, hippie dude. And like, it's just like, man, like it's cool how time works,
Love it. And that's what it's all about, family at the end of the day as well too. So is there one thing you wish our listeners knew about Go Paddle that maybe they wouldn't be too familiar with?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, so this is our life. Like, I'd say, no jokes aside, this truly is like our soul. Like, we're like pickleball. That's what we are. Like, we're pickleball guy. Our saying is by players for players. And I know that might be like a little cliche or whatever, but we like really breathe and sleep this and bleed it. And we live it. Like, we're doing tournaments. We're working with athletes. We're developing products every day. I mean, this is like everything I do in my life is pickleball, like forever. Right. And, there's a lot of guys or people, I guess I'm just anyone that like see the boom of pickleball and go, oh, you know what? I'll work my regular job and then I'll start a pickleball business, which is like great. And I'm not knocking that at all. But I mean, this is all we do. We wake up, I'm dreaming about pickleball patterns and, how to control certain aesthetics of points. And then I'm, writing it down and shooting content about it. And like, this is what we do. So like, if I wouldn't, anything I want people to know is that this is like for 100% what we do. And we're dialed in with this lifestyle forever. And Go.A.T Paddle is, it's no joke. I mean, we're just truly are the future of pickleball and we're about to hit the pro tour hard and our products are for real the greatest of all time.
Love it, love it. And like I mentioned before, you got to be passionate about what you do, and obviously you are, and that definitely shows. So, how would our listeners go about contacting you if they wanted to accessorize and get a new paddle?
Yeah, so for real, don't be shy. I mean, I also think all day long, how do I get more website sessions? So goatpaddle.com is the greatest, it's the best place to check us out. The cool thing about, I'd say, with pickleball and Goat Paddle specifically is we obsess over creative collaboration. So like whether we have paddles in like a pack and ship location, or like a jewelry store in Naples, or like an ice cream shop or soccer store. I mean, we just, we do collaborations with like sunglass companies and just the whole community. It's like the power of community for me as I get older in life. It's like you hear this stuff as a kid, and then as you get older, it's just unbelievable. Like my girl, she was wearing like the Goat Paddle gear, and she was getting a burrito at like some Peruvian restaurant yesterday, and the guy goes, "Oh, you play pickleball?" And she was like, "Yeah, I do." And so it's just like crazy how the community can just like develop and become aware. And like, the last thing I guess I would say is, we ran a tournament last summer, and we raised almost $30,000 for Harry Chapman Food Bank and veterans in need. And like, we do not mess around when it comes to like community and charity events and anything we can do to give back to the community. Because like, I just, again, cannot believe how blessed like I am. I know you know how blessed you are.
Yep.
And it's like, man, like the charity, like the charity side of what you can do with the power of pickleball is like, I mean, bro, there's nothing like it. And there's many people in this sport that try to do like so much for charity and for community. And I just, like, to me, it gives me chills right now even saying it, because it's a game of pickleball that makes community and drives charity to the highest level of success. For like, it's unreal.
Like you said, it brings people together. I love that. I love it.
Okay.
Any last words for our listeners today?
I'd say, man, if you just if you're having a good day or bad day, make sure you like a boss.
Love it. Ryan, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. Thank you for being such a good neighbor, and we'll see you out in the community soon.
All right, Cabo Jim, let's hit the ball soon, brother.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast Estero. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpestero.com. That's gnpestero.com. Or call 239-296-2621.